Hi, my name is Z-Man.
And we're the Easy Gamers. Well, I wanted to show a couple games here. I had went to a local farmer's market and they had a booth there. Kind of awkward when you see a booth of video games at a farmer's market. They normally sell,
well, food.
See? So when I went there a couple weeks ago, I noticed that he was there and I was like, you know what? I wonder if he takes trades, because I got a lot of shovelware and stuff that probably doesn't really sell. So I decided to go over there, and obviously we had some storms and stuff like that. So a couple weeks went by and I went there and he was there again, and I had a little bag of trades. I'll show you in the video what I traded. He only wanted 4 games, and it was funny because he called his brother and they had to verify everything over the phone because, you know, he had a booth in the middle of nowhere. But he went to verify everything was cool, and he only wanted 4 games, but I gave him 8 games instead because I just didn't want them, you know, so. Got a little local farmer's market. You know, it's crazy when it starts coming to the farmer's market. They're supposed to sell food, and you got Pokemon. I guess, like Namoody said in one of Gak's videos, everybody and their dog is now selling video games, and it just shocks me. And then another thing that a lot of people aren't really talking about is, hey, you know what? I got the PSVR 2. A lot of people, you know, I know they can't afford it and times are tough and stuff, but the way I am with current gen collecting, I figure you got to get it right when it comes out, because who knows if you're here the next day. Life is precious. You have to enjoy yourself as much as you can. Of course, I'm not going to pick video games over my family or food or whatnot, but, you know, I had the money, so I decided to go out and get it. I was disappointed, though, that there aren't any physical titles. There's only 1 or 2 that are coming out, and no one's really talking about this. They brought it up before. There's been a lot of videos about digital content and stuff like that, but what I feel is going on right now is that the transition is in the move. Where I think Spawn Wave or something like that did a poll of how many people are playing digital copies compared to physical copies, and it was like about maybe in 2021, it was about 65% of people were playing digital copies more than physical, and the other, 35%? Yeah, that would be right. My math's correct. Was playing physical titles. Now, after this lifespan is over with, the generation, PS5 and Series and the new Switch, I guarantee you there will be no physical copies anymore. You're not going to be able to go into a store, pick out a collector's edition and grab it, you know, and no one's really talking about it. And especially now, Sony's pushing this. And I'm not sure if anyone's paying attention, but it's right there in front of your eyes. The PSVR 2 has no physical titles, no first-party physical titles. So I kind of wanted to think, I was kind of wondering what you guys think about that. Do you think that eventually some physical titles will trickle out of Sony, or do you think they're completely done? I know that DuckTales is going up and down in value all the time, and I figured I'd snatch it because it was one of the Wii U games I did not have. And on top of that, it brings back a little bit of nostalgia because his great uncle, or my uncle would be his great uncle, who's still alive and still does art and still writes. He was one of the main artists and writers of DuckTales, as well as the Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters.
And I was Ghostbusters from Halloween.
Yeah, this last year he was Ghostbusters for Halloween, but...
Core Revolutions in Whittier, trading this little stack here. Retail, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 games. I'm trading for DuckTales and God Eater 3 on the Switch. Thank you guys. Awesome store.
He got a President's Award, and I told him he's been wanting this game for a while. I've never even heard of it before. And go ahead and show him.
Game Beast. My favorite game. Me and my dad used to play with it. Just got it. Here's the stickers. No background. And here's the game.
Hold it up to the camera. What is it called again?
Game Beast.
Yeah, and what is it about?
Well, it's about you have to get people to go fall off, so who wins get grease stars. Whoever gets the grease stars wins.
That's awesome. So it looks like a battle arena type of game with characters that you can pick. I think it's up to 4 players.
Yeah, it's up to 4 players.
Yeah. I played a little bit with him. I haven't really had that much time lately, but we enjoyed our time playing it, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And 20 each, and I've been looking for this. They had this at Target, like, cheap. It was $19.99 back in the day at Target. I missed it a few times. I don't know why I didn't grab it. But it's The World Ends With You, the final remix. Not Neo, the sequel. This is the final remix, the one that was made on the DS. And they ported it over to the Switch and did a little bit of beefing up to it, I guess. But I grabbed that. 20 bucks, can't beat that. I've seen this game go up to $80 before. I don't know if it had a little booklet in it or not, but there it is. I'm happy with this. Next, this was an offer-up deal that I found. And got a couple Vita games here. I got the Wise 8, which I know is about an $80 game. It is actually a legit copy. Looks really nice. Cool little RPG. And then I've never played the Sword Art Online series, but I saw this and it had some code in it, and I figured I'd grab that too. And the last one was Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and grab that. I kind of paid up for it. I normally don't do that. I spent 20 each on each game, but you know, times are tough around these times, you know, especially when you're looking for certain titles on the Wii U and certain titles on the Vita. I went to GameStop and I picked up a few things. In my last video, I showed that I got this Midnight Suns pop figure that the GameStop manager actually tossed me for free. And ever since then, I kind of wanted to pick up Midnight Suns. I haven't played it yet, but I did pick it up. Luckily, they had a used version, and it was $37, which I think is a pretty good steal, I guess, since it's still kind of new. It was the Legendary Edition, and when they gave it to me, they had the stickers and codes inside, or the bonus content inside, and it redeemed. So I got the Legendary Edition pretty much for a standard used price. Can't beat that, huh, Z-Man?
Yeah.
There you go. And then lastly, I watched a couple reviews on Scars Above, and I was interested because, you know, everyone thought it would be a clone or a copycat to Returnal, and people were saying in the reviews that it pretty much wasn't, and it's actually a decent game. So this for 40 bucks, can't beat that. This for $40, can't beat that. And eventually I'll play it. I believe this makes 195 PlayStation 5 games. 5 away. I could just cheat if I wanted to and go get a couple sports titles for a few bucks. But I'm not. I'm going to try to get good titles, decent single player or good multiplayer experiences to play on. When I hit 200, it's probably when I'll be doing my next video. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that. So I also have some footage of a thrift store find. I'm in tight with the thrift store manager, and she's really nice to me. I called her up, and just so happened she had some stuff put aside for me, and she said, $20. I was stoked. There was some good stuff in there, decent stuff. It wasn't like any type of like Rule of Roses or Silent Hills or anything like that, but to see PS1 games, PS2 games in this place shocked me, you know, and it was pretty cool little come up. I only paid $20, and I'm going to show you that footage now.
That would be awesome, because I collect all this stuff, so a Wii, I'm not sure if you want any of those, you gotta let me know.
Yeah, we don't want the Wii stuff.
And this is my $20 score today. Everything is pretty much complete in box except for this loose Gran Turismo 3, and the Time Crisis has only the gun inside. Pretty cool score. Nothing too valuable in there, but hey, you can make some money on that. Also, I want to give a shout out to Gat Cognac and Crazy Flo. Crazy Flo is my guy. He's doing the beats. He's been doing beats for over a decade.
Like
he
years?
don't
Like years?
years. He's been doing beats for years, lots of years, decades, like 10 years.
10? So he's 10?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Crazy Flo. He makes the beats. You can check out his channel. I'll link a link to his channel in my description, as well as Gat Cognac. I wanted to say thank you for coming by and sharing your time with us. We really enjoyed your time with you, and I'm glad that we got to communicate, and hopefully we can make some more videos together. So there's also a link of Gat Cognac's videos in my description as well. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Say anything.
I love pop figures.
Say, I like turtles.
No.
Shannon. Then from Gat Cognac, I got a nice little surprise package I'm about to open up for you all. Woo-wee, look at that bad boy. Whew, well, thank you, Gak. I needed that.